welcome to Spring Everyday. This video is the step 3 of a complete Spring Boot project which has a web interface, MVC, and all the way to a SQL database. So for the last two steps, step 1 we have create or initialize the Spring project, and step 2 we have connect the UI time lived to the Spring controller, so which is step 2, and step 3 we're going to connect the controller to service. So now let's get it started. For the communication or the data transfer between the controller and the service, we always use some Pojo class. So this Pojo class, we normally call them model. So let's create the model folder for them. And in this project, we only need one Pojo class. So if you look at the design, this class would have a ID to identify the post, would have an author and a posted date, and a body, which is whatever the author write, and comments. So comments itself is a type of post, and for the comments, it has the parent post. Of course, the initial post does not have a parent, and that parent would be now. So let's create them. Actually, there's quite a amount of typing, so I was as well just copy it. Okay. So and I will explain to you the what does it mean. Okay, first we have a Lombok data, so that we save a lot of typing, and equal, this is the hash code. So we compare a post to another post, we have a hash code to compare them and make sure this is the different post. And we need to have a noarg constructor so that you don't have to specifically write it, and we need to import date, and we need to import list, and we need to, and that's pretty much it. Let's see if a problem. Okay, so this is the Pojo class which we use to as the vehicle to carry the data from service to the controller. So you can see we have the design ID to identify the post, the author, posted as the date where the post is posted, and body is the whatever the author write. And we'll also have comments. This is the comments to the post, and we also have a parent, but for the initial one, the parent could be now. So we create a two constructor so that we can easily construct a post or create a post instance. Okay, so this is the model class to be the kind of like media for the service and the controller talk to each other. Then second, we need to create the service. So normally we put service under the folder of service, and yes, and we would create a new file, and that file is forum service Java. So this is exactly as a Java file, and this is very much look at a Pojo class, but in Spring Boot you wouldn't define it as service. So then this becomes a service, and of course you don't have to name anything like service, but it's a good practice or best practice to name the service class this way. And what we need to do is we need to create a method so that when the controller will call the service and use this method, so this method will return a list of posts. So initially we just need to retrieve topics, okay, all topics, and that way we will give it. And first we don't have a database connection at this moment yet, so we create some mockup data temple temple, okay, so just mockup data for now, okay. And because we have a posted, so we give a null, so we don't have to get a null every time. And we just need to use a list function to create a bunch of posts for now. It's posted now, and say topic 1, and that's one of them. So actually maybe we can just do this. And I'll make this looks better. Two, 2, and we do a 3, and do a 3, and do a 3, and 3, and then we can just put them one by one here. Post 1, post 2, post 3, and we return it. And now this is a mockup like method for the service. This is done, and now we need to let the controller be aware of or be able to use this service. So let's do that. And what we do to make the service known to the controller is we use a Spring function or Spring Boot function called auto-wired. So auto-wired will automatically embed it or inject the service into this controller. So this is a foreign service, and we normally just call it this way, service, and this way we have inject the service, and now it's time to use it. So we add attribute and we call it posts, okay, and what we get the post we get from the service forum service dot retrieve all topics. So now we have all the topics, okay. and we save it in the model as we explained last time or in the last video. So model is the data, right? And the home is the template view, and this controller using this method to connect the data in this model to the view of this home. So now we have connect the controller and service. Now it's time to make sure the view or the template be able to show the data. So here is the template. Okay, this is different from the last video as there are a lot of typing, so I'm going to waste your time. So here is a table. So the table is going to show the list of posts. One of the things you need to make sure you understand is this post is exactly the model key. Okay, so if you look at here, this is the post, so this key has to match with this key. Now the TimeLift engine will give you the capability to grab each. So every post, it's like the for each, every post, and you name it as a variable of post, and you can get the ID, author, posted, body, and then we have a comments link for now. We'll work on the comments link so that you can go on and drill down and down. So this is the view, and this is the controller, and this is the service, and this is the Pojo class or the model class to carry data. So this is how we have connect the UI, which is the web interface, TimeLift to controller, and then to service. So far we should have this together. Now let's test it. So you can see we got 3 of them and show up in the page, and the page is not the best page right now, but we can improve it later. So for now we know that whatever data generated in the service, and we can let it go all the way to the UI, to the web interface. So let's make sure what we have done is correct. So let's see we make a change. So this is not a 3, this is 4, and this is like 44. Okay, so topic 444. Okay, so let's see, we save, and we want to see the difference. So you come here and you refresh, and you can see 444 and 444. Okay, so this is how we have what we have, how we push all the data from service to controller to TimeLift and to the web browser, which user can see. This is the step 3, and that's we have go all the way to service. And in step 4, we're going to connect a service to JPA, which stands for Java Persistent API, and all the way to the SQL database, which is MySQL database. So next video, we're going to finish the connection between this line and this line together. And for this today, step 3, we have connect 3 of them. So thank you for watching, or see you next time.